This is probably one of the most traumatizing treatments I've ever done. But not in a way I ever expected. It was as though some part of me had died. And some of you have also noticed I look a little different. But if you haven't been keeping up, I've been on a whirlwind beauty tour in Korea exploring the most cutting edge and trending beauty treatments this beauty-obsessed metropolis has to offer. It's given me so much insight, unexpected trauma, and lots of reflection in understanding the Korean approach to beauty. Conquer the new fear! Please watch those videos if you haven't caught up already because they've been surprisingly controversial. So yes, it's also caught me off guard. Which brings us to today's episode where we're talking about our pearly whites. Did you know the most ideal smile should show 8 teeth? Well, neither did I, but now that I've told you, you're probably gonna start seeing it everywhere. From Hollywood celebs like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift over the years, to even TV personalities on Netflix, and of course, K-pop idols and actresses. And until now, I was always like, something looks different about them, but it's not their face. It was literally their teeth. So today, I'm gonna bring you along to not just any old dentist. This is Smile Studios in Gangnam, where the beautiful Dr. Young and her team help patients with an innovative service called dental lamination, which is something I've never heard before until I went to Korea, and can give you teeth whitening, Invisalign, and reshaping all at once. At this point, you might be going, Fel, what are you doing at a dentist? Your teeth are fine. And honestly, I would agree with you 100%. I really never had a problem, nor did I ever think about the aesthetics of my teeth. Because I feel like what makes us unique are these kind of quirks and imperfections, right? I had braces in my teenage years. I never wore my retainers after that. I was just too lazy. And I think it's because of that I went through this unexpected period of grief and sadness, especially the mental side of it that comes along with any kind of permanent change. And I really want to share my real thoughts and experiences with you guys because I know a lot of you've been asking questions on our IG as well. And by the way, this isn't a sponsored video. It was just part of, field research so that by the end you'll know all about this new dental lamination service, how it compares to other dental treatments like whitening or Invisalign, who it would best be suited for, but also important daily oral tips that I've learned along the way that you should be doing every day at home, whether you care about this or not. If you enjoy learning about all aspects of beauty, please subscribe to our channel, click that little button. It would mean so much to our little team and myself. You might have heard about things like veneers or crowns and seen those shocking pictures where you only have like little nubs left. Horrifying hard pass. And the main reason you want to avoid shaving down your teeth like that is because our teeth are really precious. Anything that's kind of like we're born with and is God-given, we should retain as much as we can. But in saying that, not everyone is born with good teeth or healthy teeth, and so dental treatments like these exist so that they can help to improve the longevity. So at Smile Studios, they offer a next generation dental lamination called Smile X.
And as you can see here, it's really thin. That's very important because I'm gonna be doing non-prep or minimal prep. So it's very different from what dentists normally did like 10-20 years ago. It's very important to like save your own teeth. If you could do anything beautiful, that's a plus.
It is so fine that you can actually see through it. And this is made out of a ceramic shell which is adhered to your teeth. Now, depending on what your smile is like, what your face is like, the health of your teeth, the shape, the doctor will help you design the most natural look.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yes, this patient had grinding problems, so not much of his enamel was left.
Wow.
It just looked like this when she was born.
Yes.
The size was a little bit of a problem. The veneers only went in this one and this one. She didn't want all 6, she just wanted 2.
I see.
So the whole process took a total of 2 visits. It's actually insane. That would normally take upwards of like 6 months anywhere else. On the first day, you'll first do a very thorough x-ray.
Close your eyes. porcelain veneers.
Well, that was interesting. And this x-ray scans your jaw makeup, your skull, and the overall health of your teeth. They can see where you've had fillings, where you've had anything done. These are all my fillings. Then you go into the consultation, and within the consultation, Dr. Young, who by the way is gorgeous, she is so nice, will actually tell you what she sees biologically in your face, your jaw, and your overall gum and teeth health. So for example, she was able to pinpoint that my jaw was actually crooked. The muscles were stronger on the right side, and I actually wasn't using the left side as much, so my teeth were actually slanting down.
Got the little canteen here. You could see your bone has like this white lining. If it's really healthy, normally it's thicker, like this part. Everything shows that there was a little bit of a problem here.
None of my dentists in my life had ever told me that. On top of that, she said I had a crust bite, which means that my clenching was also irregular. Because of the misalignment, that my whole jaw was actually shifted slightly to the right. And so the middle was actually not in the middle, it was like somewhere over here.
Our midline was not matching our facial midline. And the line was a little bit like this.
Yeah, I never even realized it.
And she actually said through dental lamination, she could actually help to correct and bring it back to the middle.
And you didn't even shave the tooth inside.
Oh yes, I didn't shave your teeth.
And I was like, what? How? I also want to stress here that Dr. Kim is actually not just a cosmetic dentist. She's first an orthodontist, and this is really important because she was saying if you go to just a cosmetic dentist, they can do all the beautifying treatments, but sometimes that doesn't mean that it's good for your long-term teeth health.
If you're not gonna do braces, maybe you could like work with your posture. Because if you have bad posture and if you have a rotated chin, it's gonna like block your airway a lot. So.
And then after that is when you look at what color of teeth you prefer. Now this is actually a super important step.
So it's not really just because it's yellow that it's bad. It's like sometimes it suits the skin tone better.
Of course. It's not always nice that it's white. It's not bad that it's brown or yellow. It's important that it matches your skin, your face, and your smile.
She was even asking me, do you wear a lot of makeup or do you just want really natural teeth? Because if you do, then you probably won't go as like bright. You'll go more towards like a more natural kind of yellow.
This is probably my color.
You don't want it like white. In Korea, we call it toilet white.
So we don't want that. I would say stick to just like 2 shades brighter than your natural teeth, and that way it won't be a shock to the system.
Ugh, my teeth. So scary.
So after that, they'll take a quick mold. And this is what Dr. Young and her whole team will start handcrafting the ceramic laminates around. So actually the first visit is really quick. It's like 1 to 2 hours, because if you don't need to, do any kind of prep, or if you do, maximum would be 3. In other dental lamination clinics in Korea, they use high-tech machines that can create these ceramic or porcelain shells. But in her clinic, they actually hand make each one. And so each one is almost like bespoke. It's like a jewel, and it's tailored specifically to each person's tooth.
If somebody thinks something is beautiful, it's very hard to like say it in words. But I have to fully understand what that person thinks what is beautiful. So photos help tremendously.
Now for the second visit, this is when they'll basically have their ceramic shells made already, and you'll go through a try-on process. So before they permanently adhere it to your teeth, they'll put it all on and see if you like it. And then in that process, you can tell them whether you want any adjustments, whether that's the shaping, the color, and then they can make minor adjustments, and then basically they put it on. The application probably took maybe like 40 minutes, once again, depending on how many teeth you have and if they have to make any adjustments. For me, it was pretty straightforward. and they make sure that you can still floss, which is why this looks crazy. And then you basically have your new teeth. It was this whole new world for me. I was like in shock. I want to give you guys a little summary right here.